Hey Aquarius, how's it going? We are here with a timeless reading. The first card that we have out is Nine of Swords. We also have Five of Swords. Maybe something that you're struggling with, worried about. I get the vibe of you feeling vulnerable about something, and just like the situation that you're in, it may feel uncomfortable. Like you may not feel particularly safe to be vulnerable within this situation. Like, see how this person over here, they're like feeling upset about something, and then it almost looks like, with the Five of Swords, it can be somebody that you feel like isn't sort of sympathetic to your cause or whatever it is that you have going on here. So you can be feeling that. So I don't know what this is that's like getting to you right now, but you may feel like you're not in a particularly supportive environment currently, is the feeling from this. You can feel like misunderstood too, and that you're sort of like alone feeling what you're feeling. Yeah, there can even feel like there's judgment. So yeah, so it's not only like difficult what it is that you're experiencing, but you also are not feeling support within the environment that you're experiencing that in, which sort of like makes it extra difficult. And you may feel like kind of lost in your thoughts as well, too. Oh, I'm hearing a lot of stuff. For some of you, this is like bringing up a revelation about your own internalized judgment and also internalized shame for some of you. I'm getting that too, that this can be bringing up. Maybe this was also a way that things had been in the past, and maybe that's changing now though, because I am seeing the Death card. So this can be something that it felt like that before, now it's turning into something else, something other than that. Ooh, the Ace of Cups. Wow, okay. That's a really nice transition, but it took sort of a lot of difficult stuff to have that manifest, like the changing of energy here. I think you're still feeling a little bit of a type of way about something though. But so it seems like Five of Swords is changing into Ace of Cups, which feels like Five of Swords can feel like cold or like disconnected, or like I'm feeling misunderstood, or like there's a lack of like sympathy for me and what I'm experiencing. And then having the Death card, sort of going through some type of trial, and then having the Ace of Cups on the other side of it, that's like Five of Swords feels disconnected, or like you don't understand. Ace of Cups feels connected, like an opportunity for something that I can connect to. So it feels to like through this transition, you are arriving at a place where the connection that you had been seeking, it is being delivered to you. That's what I'm seeing. Now I'm seeing Page of Wands, so this looks like something that you're interested in, obviously, because it seems like because of what you experienced before, it was one of those situations that told you what you didn't want and what you didn't feel aligned with. And so now that this thing is coming along, it's like, this is what I was looking for. So I'm seeing that be the thing with the Ace of Cups here. It's like this connection that's being presented to you. And it feels very like nice and warm in comparison to whatever this situation was that you'd been in before. That felt like, I'm just getting like majorly a lack of support that you felt within that, and a total like misunderstanding too for what it was that you were going through. But now having the Ace of Cups here, it's like, okay, I'm feeling like connected to this thing, and I'm feeling like this could even prosper, maybe foster support for you. So we have Page of Wands. So this is like, okay, Ace of Cups, I'm feeling a connection. There's an opportunity here. I don't know what exactly that means, but I know that I'm feeling something, and I feel like this could be something. Having Page of Wands here, this is feeling like I'm choosing to go in this direction because I want to. And I'm seeing you have your sights set on something. So you're like, I want to go down this road and it feels viable to me at this point. We have Judgment though. So that made me needing to like really assess this properly. It's something having to do with like assessing like your plans and how you're planning to move forward. I think you're also going to take the time to figure out why you've been feeling so upset about something. Yeah, there's a shift that's happening, a change. We'll put you over here. Yeah, something about your environment is shifting. It's like the environment or a situation that you were in. I'm seeing it's going to be shifting. So you could have felt like it was one way before that was connected with like a lack of support. I'm seeing that's changing now. So I don't know like how exactly it's changing, but I'm seeing that it's changing. It's like time for it to shift in another direction is the best way to explain this. It's like I'm seeing energetics. I'm not seeing physically what's playing out, but there is going to be like the temperature is changing within this situation that you're in. And you would want it to change too. So this would be like a good thing for you. You would see that as. Because change can be like a bit ambiguous. You don't really know what's gonna, like what kind of change. Am I gonna like it? Am I not? I'm seeing this as something that you'd be happy about this type of thing changing here. Because you wouldn't want it to stay as it is. Be hopeful about it. I'm seeing it's going to be a good type of change that's happening. So you do have something being offered to you. You do have something being presented to you, but I'm seeing you really take a close look at this. You want to make sure that it's connected with your calling is what I'm hearing. But I am seeing this come up like right at the right time, it seems, for you. I'm seeing some strong Scorpio energy here. We have Pluto, we have Jupiter. You could have felt like either misunderstood or not supported within what you wanted. There's something, you could have even felt judged for something that you wanted. Okay. There's going to be a point where you feel like you want to do something or take action, and I'm seeing that you're going to have to wait something out here. It looks like it has to do with, I'm hearing a social relationship. I'm understanding that to be an interpersonal relationship of some sort. I'm seeing Sagittarius here. I'm also seeing Gemini on the bottom of the deck. Yeah. Okay, so there is something that's shifting here, and I'm seeing that it's connecting you with something that you want, but I'm also getting that there was something that you had been holding on to and thinking that you wanted, but having Hanged Man here feels like it's like before you were dead set on a puppy, you really wanted it, there were no negotiations, it was like 100% that you wanted this thing. What I'm seeing is that something about this is shifting. Like, you're gonna realize something. So it's not a change where it's like I go from wanting this thing to wanting this other thing, like randomly just changing. This is like you're gonna see something from a different angle and be like, do I really want that? Like, is that actually like the thing that I want? So I'm seeing that's going to be changing. So before, you could have thought that you wanted something, and I'm seeing because of a very big shift that's happening, it's sort of like changing the way that you're framing this and the angle that you're seeing this from. And I'm getting that like what you thought you wanted is going to change into something else, and it seems like that may be available to you actually. But it's something that you sort of have to take time working through this. Let me give more detail. You, at this point in the timeline, may want a particular thing. You making progress, and then over here at this point within the timeline may look back at that thing and be like, that's what I thought I wanted, but that's not really what I wanted. It's gonna be something like that. But like when you're over here, you're like, sure. You're like, I really, really do want this thing. But what I'm getting is that there's something. I'm trying to think of an example for like how exactly this applies. It's like because of how you're identifying, you think that you want something, and it feels like really relevant, but I'm seeing like because of these very specific like changes, it's like a growth pattern that you go through. That thing is like no longer relevant for you anymore, and so there's something else that you develop a connection to. That's what I'm seeing. And it feels like something that may be a little less familiar to you, or it's going to feel more like a clean slate to you, is the best way that I can describe this. But it's something that you don't just immediately jump into. I'm seeing it take, it's not a race. I'm seeing it be sort of like slow movement with this thing, but you do feel connected to it. So you're like okay with sort of the time it seems that it takes to get things off the ground. And I am seeing you ready to do something about it, but I'm seeing you have to like slow down until everything clicks into place. And it does seem like it's alluding to a relationship of some sort. Or something that you care about. Some of you, yeah, you're working with someone. I'm seeing there's an opportunity to do that, to work with somebody, to work something out with someone, to figure things out with a person. But to have judgment and Ace of Wands, it's like you really need to look into this and be like, do I actually want this opportunity? Like, is this something that I want for real? Yeah, I'm seeing your energy on the bottom of the deck. And when I say that, I mean like maybe about like, do I want this for real? Maybe you're asking yourself like, do I really feel like this is genuinely part of my path? Is that resonating with me now where I am? Whatever it is that needs to be realized, I'm seeing that you do realize it, but it takes a little bit to get there. And so we start with Nine of Swords, which is you feeling like going through a really tough time and being like, is it going to be like this forever? Which it's not going to be. I'm seeing that like the direction of the wind is going to be changing, okay? But yeah, we start off like this. So you feeling like this, which is like one of the most difficult cards to be in. And then we end with the Sun, which is like the happiest card to be in. So everything is going to be fine. This is an energy of like your tears are going to be dried by the warmth of the sun. It's like, reminds me of tears dry on their own. So something here is going to be happening, and you're going to be fine, and everything is going to be okay, and everything is working out. It's just taking some time. Let me look and see what else is going on here. Your perspective is going to shift because of a very big personal transition that you are going through. It's going to give you insight that you didn't have before, and it sort of seems like it comes automatically with something that's shifting for you within your life, and also how you're shifting like in relation to that, okay? I am seeing Ace of Cups, so this means that this like lack of connection that you've been feeling, there's something here that you're going to be connecting with that feels, I'm hearing Heart of Gold, that feels like, wow, this is really worth the wait, and I'm also don't feel the need to rush this because I feel secure just like knowing that this thing is available for me to connect with. And it does seem like you're going to be starting something in the direction of this, and that you're going to decide to go this way. So over here looks like some more challenging energy where you're almost like, am I even ever going to have that opportunity or connect with this thing that's important for me to connect with, important to me to connect with, this thing that I long for, this thing that I desire, because I'm feeling out of, it's like you feel disconnected, like feeling out of touch. But then I'm seeing that shift around. I'm also seeing you maybe, I think you're allowing yourself to want something that maybe before you hadn't been. It's like say you really love the color purple when you were little, and one of your like parents or your guardian or like it's shameful to like the color purple, and so you like never really let yourself like the color purple. And I'm seeing something is happening here where you may have like internalized something about this and like not allowed yourself to like the purple thing, and now you're getting to a spot where you're like, wow, I've really been judging myself this whole time and like upsetting myself when I've known what I wanted all along. And so yeah, I feel like you're gonna allow yourself to have something, but before you could have been protecting yourself and been like, I don't know if it's safe to like purple. But I'm seeing that something about a transition that you're going through currently, rather than you changing, it feels more like you're being stripped down in a way that doesn't feel like you're adding layers but peeling them back, and it's feeling like more freeing for you, and it's feeling like you're feeling more like yourself rather than carrying around these parts of you that you don't actually feel like are yours. So there's like a very beautiful shedding that's happening, and as that's happening, I think also your perspective of things are changing too. And I think too, maybe something that you had been fearing about change, that's also going to be changing as well. Because before you could have been like running away from the death card, and here it seems like maybe this is somebody that you're going to find a friend in, something like that. You know, like energetically, archetypally speaking, because when it comes to the death card, we can see it as being like loss and grieving, and I wanted to hold on to that and now it's being snatched away from me. And I think that your understanding of this is going to be changing as well, like knowing that it's actually like things sort of moving into, I'm hearing the word proliferating, moving into sort of the energy that they're meant to be moving into, because everything is in constant motion and constantly changing. That's really the only constant. So I do feel like there was a way that you had been looking at the death card before where, yeah, there could have been like not so much a zoomed out perspective, that now you are gaining perspective and understanding sort of why this must be even. And death card can be really you surrendering to a process here and allowing things to take shape in the way that they will, and stop resisting something because you want this Ace of Cups over here, which is like that connection that you've been craving. Like I'm sort of seeing that be offered to you if you do indulge and like engage with the death card here, which is going to be really necessary. But what I am seeing is that you're not being rushed through any part of the process. I'm seeing it just be slow, sort of baby steps. But you're definitely for sure like going in the right direction. So yeah, I'm seeing this be confirmation for you. This actually makes a lot of sense too, because what are we looking at here? We are looking at Jupiter and Neptune as far as planets. So this is you like growing and sort of going through an ascension spiritually. And then having Pluto and the Sun, this is like an ego transformation or like an ego death basically that you're going through as well, which is part of this shedding that's happening. And then we also have, I'm hearing Pisces, we also have Scorpio, and we have Sagittarius here too. This is like an ever-evolving process. I'm not seeing this be like, today we start and tomorrow we're finished. This is something that's going to be like going for a while, is what I'm seeing. But it has stuff that you want within it. So it's going to be something that you'll like what you're connecting with and the options that you have. And you feel good about what you're seeing when you take the time to reflect on it. All right, my friends, we are going to leave the reading here. I would like to thank everyone for connecting. Thank you for tuning in. I'm sending everybody love, and I hope to catch you guys next time.